Hello, beautiful. I hope all is well with you. All is well with me. I'm just kicking it, biding my time, waiting on my hair to grow. Anyway, I want to come on to talk to you about this craze that's going around with the Shea Bay mix. That people are like going crazy trying to find and purchase. If you want to know what that's about, if you haven't heard about it, just type in the word Shea Bay on YouTube, and then it'll come up with a young lady. Oh God, what was her name? Miss Sahel, Sahel. What had happened was, in case some of you don't know, she had gone to Chad, which is in Africa. And these African women have hair so long, like to their thighs. She wanted to know their secret for growing long hair, and they have hair like you and I have. And so the Chad women were kind enough to tell their secret as to how they get their hair to grow that long, and what do they use. And so, excuse me, so they kind of walk her through it. And what she learned was it was different herbs and things like that they grind up themselves and put on their hair in a series of layering, like, layering it on. And from what I understand from the video is that the Shea Bay women, they don't wash their hair at all. They just, every 5 days, they take their hair down and reapply this mixture to their hair. Well, I started seeing, a couple of videos about, where do you get it and how can you order it, and people that are waiting on their orders. These Shea Bay women have been putting this mixture on their hair since childhood. And the mixture, my understanding is that the mixture do not grow your hair. However, the mixture will allow your hair to stay moist, which we all know in terms that once you have, your hair is moist, then it will prevent breakage for curly hair. And so I happened to find one of the suppliers. I decided, man, let me go ahead and order. You know what? Since it's a craze, let me order 2 orders of it. So I did. I contacted one of the suppliers, and she was gracious enough to send me my order as well as instructions on how to do it. Now, mind you, I found this supplier on Facebook. So I will, let's see, what was her name? I'm just having a brain fart today for some reason. So very kind, very polite. They speak French, but yet they do speak English also. Here it is. It came the other day, and I gotta cover up my private information. And I was so excited that I ripped open a box. I opened the box at the top, and I said, wait a minute, I better go ahead and do the contents on the video so that I can share it with you guys exactly what I received and my first impressions of it. So all I did was cut it with a knife. So okay, I got this, and it must be the powder that I see the women in the video putting on their hair. And I got a second one. Wow, it has the consistency of a fine powder. And yeah. So I got these two. Let me smell it. Y'all, it has the odor of roasted, like really roasted, either coffee bean or nuts, or the combination of both. It's a pretty strong odor, to be honest with you, and I haven't even opened it yet, so now I'm opening it. Yeah, yeah, coffee bean and roasted nuts. It has a real earthy roasted type of smell. And if you can see, that is the consistency of it. It's very loose, very lightweight. So yeah. And then inside, I would hate for this to fall and fly everywhere. It kind of reminds me of the, well, you know what? Let me feel it. Oh my God. Yeah, it's like almost the consistency of talcum powder. Almost that consistency. Yeah, it's very, very strong. Okay, and then the other thing that I got in here is called cream cocoa. This, it must be their cocoa butter, maybe. Yeah, it smells like cocoa butter and has the consistency of a light oil. If you can see that. Forgive my nails, they're unpolished. Yeah, it has the consistency or oily consistency. Not too oily, like greasy. It's not like that. It's very lightweight. Yeah. And so I got one of these. And I have, it appears that I have two of these, and as you can see, there's masking tape around it, I guess, to keep it from spilling. It's very liquidy, and it must have some of the Shea Bay mixture inside, it appears. So I'm opening this up, trying not to spill it. Yeah, it has that mixture in it because I can smell that. Oh my goodness. Very watery consistency. That's what's in the lid, so that must be the Shea Bay or something that's very, it feels pretty granulated, so I don't know what is in here, and try not to spill it. So I'm assuming, though it's grainier than the Chebe, I have two of these, and they look the same. They look to be the same. It's the same consistency and everything. I'm not going to open this up. See that? Oh, and there's some sediment at the bottom. So I'm assuming that they're both the same because they look exactly the same. Yeah, they're the same. And this smells like this, the Shea Bay, this right here. So I know that once people find out where to get it from, that it will always be out of stock. I asked her about the smell, and she said that you can mix some perfumes in with it, or she said that you can like soak your scarf in perfume when you tie your head up at night. I don't know. Again, we have to understand that this is a whole different culture. If you're interested in ordering it, that you may want to consider. What I may do is just kind of do a test, since I really don't have anywhere to go for the next couple of days, and just do a test run to see. I'm not going to do a tutorial right now because, again, I'm not going to try to pretend like I know what I'm doing, because I don't. She was gracious enough to send me a long email on what to do with it. And so I'm going to try it out today, you know, make sure that I'm doing it right. And then I will come back to you and do a video on it, on the way I did it and the way I interpreted it, that's how they want it done, or that's how they do it. I just wanted to share with you her information. Her name is Chebe. Coiffure, capital Chebe. I thanked her for all of her, you know, her information that she was sharing with me, and her response was, no worry, once dry, the smell, she said, share. Otherwise, you can add a little scented oil and you can sleep with a scarf impregnated with perfume too. I wait for your response. And I said, okay. I said, I'll try that. And then she goes, okay, thank you very much. Do not hesitate to come back to me if you have any questions. I will answer with pleasure. So that's sweet. That's sweet. Yeah, it's Coiffure Chebe. Very sweet lady. We have been corresponding back and forth because my package was late because they ran out of stock, and so it was like delayed for a few days, but I wasn't, you know, I'm not salty about that. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through all of this, get back to you on what I have found and what I've learned. Also, I want to see if I can Miss Sahel, Miss, and then Sahel. It was her video about the Shebe. She's the one that went to Chad. Look at that.
This stops it from breaking from childhood right through until they're adults.
Again, I hope I don't get in trouble by doing that. But you can see her name and the video and the women's hair that I was talking about. So anyway, I will be back in a, you know, either later today or a couple of days or so, once I experiment with it to see, and then to give you guys my impression of it. That's it. I love you. I will get back with you guys and report to you what my experience is. Bless you. You know I love you, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Stand by, all right? Bye-bye.